Hi, I'm back, and I remembered the thing that I was going to do the other day. I know that the screen has not come back. I know it's still on the BRB screen, but I wanted to read out the fact for people who might just be listening, so bear with me a second. It's a pretty long one. uh, Take care, Honey Helens. Thank you again for coming by. Thank you for joining us for the Stars of Comic Con as well. But let me read this little fact out, and then I'll catch up with you lovelies. Ever wondered why dragons have hoards of treasure? Keeping mementos and trophies of a life spanning hundreds or maybe thousands of years? A mating ritual or power display? Or maybe they just like the shinies? One possible explanation of the origin of this trope comes from theories that dragon legends were inspired by the discovery of dinosaur fossils. Miners who were digging for gold would sometimes find dinosaur bones buried nearby, beginning the association between the two. Ancient mythology also has stories of monsters such as dragons and giant serpents stealing and hoarding what would have been valuable treasure to small settlements at the time, such as cattle and high-ranking women. The money-hoarding dragon would have then been a natural evolution of this concept as money and other valuables became an increasingly important sign of wealth. Dragon hoards were replaced for a long time in stories by princesses and damsels in distress, until works like The Hobbit inspired a revival with Smaug's epic hoard of gold and jewels. I really like that fact. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm having terrible trouble scrolling up, so I do apologize if I've missed anything. I'm going to try, but feel free if there was anything directed towards me. Please feel free to copy and paste and just type it again, and I can have a little read. And after stream today, I will be doing some major troubleshooting on my on my computer to find out what the heck is happening here. So thank you for your patience while we seem to be having some kind of issues. Actually, it's to change my name. It's subconsciously associated my dead home with my teens. Yeah, teen years are hard. Teen years are hard. We need to remember this. Got carded buying alcohol. The morning I submitted my thesis, I was pulling out my ID. I was explaining to the cashier that drinks were my honours submission celebration. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think there's a lot of us in here that have got to the point where it's actually a little compliment and kind of amusing when we get ID'd. But remember that the people in the shops are just doing their job. Don't get yelled at. Don't yell at them for doing their job, because they can get fired for serving people who are underage. So they have to check. We have a Think 25 thing in most places in the UK now. So even though for buying alcohol over here in the UK, you have to be 18. They have a Think 25. So if you look 25 or younger, they will ask you for ID. And they have to they end up wearing things or putting signs up basically saying, like, we're doing our job, don't be mean. We have to ask. We wish we didn't. Has a beard, has not been carded since his 18th. Because you're an old soul, JR. I told you that when Forrest was trying to guess who was the oldest out of you, me, and Laura, put me as the youngest and you as the oldest. Despite me being, like, 9 years older than you, I think, something like that. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch, Sagal. I appreciate that. I hope you are doing the same. So, please join me in a little hydrate and stretch. It's been a little bit stressful for me today. I really appreciate all of you hanging out. Even though it is, the stream has been a wee bit wonky today. Speaking of name changes, got my gynecologist paper I need to apply for my legal name and gender change. We're going to hand it in next week. Yes, Zach! I love that so much. Oh, bud, I'm so happy for you, honestly. Oh, that's just, I keep getting the little happy feelings from that. The Netherlands have similar posters that show two people in the text is like, can you tell which one is over 18? Neither can we. Don't be upset if you ask for ID. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember a time when I was working at a supermarket when I was 16, 17. And a girl who I went to school with, who used to bully me quite a bit, and then tried to friend me on Facebook years later, and I was like, no, I'm good, thanks. She used to bully me at school because she was one of the popular kids and I was one of the weirdos, and now I found my weirdos and I'm, like, beyond happy with the people I have in my life. But yeah, she came in with a bunch of older guys and they wanted to ID everyone because they thought that they were being bought alcohol for younger people. And because I had gone to school in the area, I knew a lot of people in the area, they came and asked me, and I looked at them and then I just shook my head at my supervisor. And they were like, oh yeah, nice one. And I was like, why am I going to help you? You know? Why am I going to help you when you've just been a jerk to me for however long? Fit, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate that. A whole year. A whole heckin' year. We don't even play Magic, so you've been carded many times. Boo. I bet he's giggling at that secretly, but he's just saying boo. But that did make me chuckle. But Fit, thank you so much for that resub. I really do appreciate it.